Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Giuseppe. Giuseppe is the Italian form of Joseph. Joseph, in turn, is derived from the Hebrew Yosef, meaning, God shall add another son. This is a fitting etymology since Joseph, Giuseppe, was Jacob's 11th son in the book of Genesis. In fact, Joseph was Jacob's favorite son, so much so that he made him a robe of many colors because he was the son of his old age, Genesis 37 verse 3. As it would in any clan, Jacob's favoritism of Joseph caused some rifts in the family, most notably, it inspired jealousy among his brothers. So much so that Joseph's brothers conspired to sell their brother into Egyptian slavery, in essence ridding themselves of the family's golden child. Although once in Egypt, Joseph rose to become chief steward to Pharaoh after wisely advising Pharaoh to stockpile food during a period of abundance, in essence, preparing Egypt for the coming 7-year famine. Once the famine struck all the surrounding lands, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy corn from the very brother they had betrayed earlier. The brothers reconciled, clearly Joseph was one forgiving guy, and Jacob traveled to Egypt to be reunited with his beloved son. Aside from Joseph's important place in the Old Testament as one of the patriarchal members of Israel's 12 tribes, the name also factors prominently into the New Testament, Joseph being Mary's husband and the foster father of Jesus Christ. Since Catholicism has always remained alive and well in Italy, i.e., the Church's home base, it's no wonder why Giuseppe and Maria have perpetuated for centuries. Italian pet forms of Giuseppe include Pepe, Peppino, and even Geppetto. Giuseppe remains an bare favorite boy's name for little Italian bambinos. Personality of the boy named Giuseppe. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth, and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the boy named Giuseppe. Despite the late 19th and early 20th century massive immigration of Italians to America, Giuseppe did not hit the U.S. male naming charts until 1967. The name only remained on the top 1,000 list for 20 years, finally falling off in 1986. Furthermore, Giuseppe has never even been a moderate choice in the States. Now off the American radar, Giuseppe is no longer considered for baby boys, despite the fact that Italian names have become quite fashionable in certain circles: Giovanni, Orlando, Leonardo, Matteo, etc. We would go so far as to argue that Giuseppe is practically the poster child of Italian boy names. Yet Giuseppe apparently doesn't make the cut. For those baseball fans out there, you might be interested to hear that Italian-American Jolton Joe DiMaggio was actually born Giuseppe Paolo DiMaggio, 1914 to 1999. And if you're a lover of classical music, then you probably appreciate the operatic compositions of Giuseppe Verdi, 1813 to 1901. If you're a lover of Italian history, then you're familiar with 2 notable Giuseppes, Garibaldi and Mazzini, leaders of the unification of Italy in the late 19th century, aka fathers of their fatherland. Quick facts on Giuseppe. Gender, boy. Origin, Italian. Number of syllables, 3. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Giuseppe. Simple meaning, God shall add another son. Characteristics of Giuseppe. Problem solver, authoritative, tough, powerful, tenacious, wealthy, achiever. Cultural references to the baby name, Giuseppe. Famous people named Giuseppe. Giuseppe Farina, Italian race car driver. Giuseppe Garibaldi, Italian general/politician. Giuseppe Pino Galizio, Italian painter. Giuseppe Arcimboldo, Italian painter. Giuseppe Paolo DiMaggio, aka Joe DiMaggio, baseball great. Giuseppe Mazzini, Italian politician/activist. Giuseppe Verdi, Italian composer. Giuseppe Piano, Italian mathematician.